what is going on, guys? Weevil YouTuber here, back with another video. And as I've said, I haven't made videos in a while. I've been very, very busy, so I'm trying to fit them in whenever I can. And right now, what's on my mind? Well, the new Mermail monsters. I'm looking into the future a lot, it seems. I had a video on the Fire Stars, as you know, and I have a video on these Mermails. But these are the monsters, I believe, that are going to make Mermails a more competitive archetype. Right now, they kind of rely on Atlanteans to kind of get pluses off of their effects. But we're going to look at the monsters anyway. So the first one, this is from Cosmo Blazer, by the way, is Mermail Abyssdine. And I think Abyssdine is probably the best of all of them. If you control a face-up Mermail monster when this card is added to your hand from your deck or graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Now, that means that it's by a card effect. It's not by the effect of a water monster or anything like that. Which means that if you can run something like Monster Reincarnation, Salvage, or anything like that, you basically get a free special summon out of that. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Mermail monster, this is when things get interesting, you can special summon one level 3 or lower Mermail monster from your graveyard, and the effects of this monster can be used once per turn. So, basically, you bring out Abyss Pike, he uses effect, you ditch something, maybe an Atlantean Marksman, get its effect, get Abyssdine to your hand, special summon the Abyssdine since it was added from your deck to your hand by a card effect, and then you use its effect to special summon, say, or if you discarded another Mermail, you can special summon the Mermail you just discarded. So you have 2 level 3s and a level 4, and you can overlay for, I don't know, Leviathan Dragon or Zenmains or something like that. So there's definite synergy here. I really, really like the card. The only problem I can see is that if you were to draw into it, it would be pretty useless. It would just be a vanilla level 3 Mermail that you could discard. But the thing is, it's an engine, you know? Just because something's in your hand and you can't summon it readily, doesn't mean it's not good. You can discard it, you can bring it back later. You know, the engine keeps flowing, keeps turning, as I say. So we're going to move on to the next monster. Abyss Nose. Where do they come up with these names? I swear to God. Okay, so level 4, 1500 attack and defense fish, obviously. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can discard one water monster, special summon one Mermail monster from your deck in face-up defense position. That's not bad. The only issue I would have is that 1500 attack isn't that great, and I don't know when this card is ever going to destroy something by battle, if at all. I mean, that's why people would tend to main deck Forbidden Lance in this deck. So, you can discard the water monster, which is good. If you discard Abyssdine, you can get like a special summon out of it, which is kind of cool. And then you get another special summon from the deck, so definite synergy. And we're not forgetting the fact that when the Mermails... for example, Abyss Pike is normal or special summon, it gets its effects. So you can see a serious chain going on here where you kill a monster by battle, you discard a water monster like Abyssdine, which lets you special summon an Abyss Pike. You special summon another Abyss Pike from the deck, or an Abyss, whatever, something that lets you ditch when normal or special summon. And so you can see there's definite, you know, the engine again is basically moving. So I quite like this guy. I wouldn't ever run him at more than 1 copy though, because it could get a little cloggy. And he's not that powerful. So, yeah. So, looking promising, Mr. Mermails. Lead Abyss. This guy looks to me like a worse version of Megalo Abyss. And the card is yet to be confirmed, even though it's right there. And the text is actually clear as day, so it pretty much is confirmed. You can send 3 water monsters, except this card, from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. When you do, target 1 Abyss spell or trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You contribute 1 other face-up attack position Mermail monster you control. Your opponent randomly sends 1 card from their hand to the graveyard. Yeah, that's kind of nice, actually. It's kind of nice, like I say, but it's not amazing. I mean, you have to send 3 water monsters. 2 is bad enough. And at least you're more likely to plus of Megalo Abyss because you're pulling a Abyss spell or trap from the deck. But in this case, you have to get it from the graveyard, and if it's early game and it's not in the graveyard yet, and like you want to go for an OTK or something, it's not going to help you. Fair enough, he's 2700 attack points. He's a Sea Serpent, which means he's searchable with Atlantean Dragoons, which is pretty good. But at the same time, it's just awkward. He's just an awkward card. I don't predict too many people will be using this guy, so we're just going to move on from him, because it's just like, ugh, get away from me. Actually, I'm quite impressed with this set overall, particularly the Flaming Star Guides, but I've talked about them already. So, we have another XYZ monster, Mermail Abyssdine. 3 level 3 monsters. That is just awkward. When your opponent targets exactly one Mermail monster you control for an attack or with a spell or trap effect, you can attach one XYZ material from the card. That attack, spell, and trap now targets this card, if it is an appropriate target. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target one Mermail monster in your graveyard except Mermail Abyssdine, special summon it. I think this card could have been way better. It has 2800 defense points, which is pretty good, which means that if you manage to get it out, which is entirely possible. I mean, you can think of those examples I was saying with Abyssdine, where you'll special summon her, you'll special summon another level 3 monster. That's 2 level 3 monsters right off the bat. And if the monster you discarded initially was Abyss Gunda, of course you get a special summon. So you have 2 monsters in the field as well as the Abyss Pike or whatever it is that discarded. So it'll be pretty easy to get 3 level 3 monsters. That's not the issue. It is if it's the only play you have and you're just kind of stalling for time, because that's essentially what you're doing if you're going into a 2800 defense monster. But sorry guys, got a bit of a cold. In any case, I don't love the card. 1600 attack, it's kind of meh. It's kind of like a mini Zen mains in a way. The other thing that I don't like about it is it's only when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard you get to special summon a Mermail. It'd be great if it said when it's removed from the field, because that would imply you could do all sorts of you could do like Mermail effects with it. You could do like Abyss Megalos effect to tribute it, and yeah, you get to attack twice and you can special summon a Mermail, blah 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 blah. But unfortunately that is not the case. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's not amazing. I can't imagine using it too often. There's far better... See, it's all about what options are there instead of it, basically. So the next card is Abyss Scorn, which I presume is to do with Mermails. Actually, I know, I checked it earlier. Target one Mermail monster you control. It gains 1000 attack until the end phase. When this set card is sent to the graveyard, target one monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. That is a really, really good card. Basically, it reminds me a lot of those Synchro Fusion spell cards that used to be around, where it doesn't matter what happens to the card, you're still going to kind of get a plus off of it, or you're going to get some sort of advantage off of it. So if it's destroyed while it's set, you target, or not even destroyed while it's set, when it's sent to the graveyard, you target one monster your opponent controls and send it to the graveyard. That's the better thing about it as well. It's send, not destroy, so you're kind of getting around the likes of Zen mains and Gachi in a mirror match on occasion. And it also has the damage step capabilities by giving a Mermail 1000 attack. That's really, really good. So I can entirely expect this card to be ran in multiples, possibly 2. Maybe even 3 if people want to be particularly aggressive. So this card for me is where the Mermails are going to get very, very interesting. And ergo, dickish. So that's pretty much it for the Mermail stuff. I'm really, as I said, I really, really like this set. They haven't actually released a good set, like a good honest set, like sets can be dishonest, in quite a while, so I'm looking forward to what this set is going to bring to the game. Anyway guys, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the Mermails. The Mermails right now are good. They rely on the Atlanteans, as I said, but they can be a lot better. So we're just going to see what happens. I'm the YouTuber. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. I will catch you guys later. I got a lot of work to do. Very busy, as I said. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.